wild. My one of my good friends, like my brother, he's a diehard Vikings fan. I watch all the football games with him for like the last decade. And
Yeah.
his brother was arrested from Rochester for being at January 6th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was one of the guys that was on the news. Like my buddy was watching it at home. He's got kids. He's turned a new leaf over in his life. If he didn't have kids and stuff, he would have been there on January 6th for sure.
Oh, okay.
Uh, um,
Wow.
just
Well,
a crazy guy.
I saw the FBI director. Did you have something you were going to say about him, or?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, he got caught and he's been in jail this entire time, and like locked down 23 hours a day. He gets a shower once every 27 days. He
Yeah.
gets one meal a day.
Well, I mean, he committed treason, so I don't exactly have a ton of sympathy for him. He stormed our capital, Mikey. It's treason. That's literally number one.
He was let in.
He was let in by who? Trump?
No, they were all escorted in.
What do you mean they were escorted in?
And then
you saw him breaking the windows. You saw him breaking windows and everything.
He was in that scene too.
Oh, really? I mean, then
he's
they shot.
He's the guy that takes the riot shield from the cop.
Do you not remember that woman being shot through the window? Nobody was letting them in. They were plowing through a window to a point where a cop freaked out and shot a lady.
Cop did freak out and shoot a lady. God. But it was a chaotic day.
Who didn't? What do you mean? Who didn't shoot? That's fake too?
No.
I don't understand. What's your conspiracy there? What do you mean?
There's no conspiracy there.
Yes, there is. Let's hear it, you conspiracy nut. Is a woman not actually dead is what you're trying to tell me? That didn't happen?
I think it was just a crazy day and there's a crazy person in the middle of a crazy situation. I think it's an isolated incident.
I know, but my point in that was not about the shooting. The fact that nobody was letting them in that door. Like they were pushing their way through that door.
Dude, you're telling me all the military, all the preparation, everything going on, all the Secret Service, and a group of a few hundred people make their way in? Get the fuck out of here. It looks really good for the news. It looks really good to demonize Trump and say that he led the charge to an attack on the Capitol of the United States.
Yeah, that's what happened. What didn't happen? Yeah. What about that didn't happen? You saw those people running.
He maybe riled some people up. He ain't lead the charge. Even though that guy's not my president no more.
Yeah, I know you're an RFK guy, but yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm an RFK guy now.
Really, honestly, he just needed to make one announcement and say, "Hey guys, stop what you're doing." But are you an election denier too?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit, man! You're deep down the rabbit hole. I should have known when you're 9/11 denier too. I should have known that. He was a loose change guy. And Scrooge said treason. Really? Yeah, I definitely think that was treason for sure. And Tom Holbrook obviously was watching the FBI Christopher Wray trial today that was going on in Capitol Hill. He said that he stormed the Capitol with a bunch of FBI agents now. So is that what you believe? They were FBI agents, Mikey?
Well, here's something else that's kind of take it as you will. This man's lawyer's fees and everything like that is eclipsed like $500,000, and it's being paid by an anonymous source.
Probably some sort of Trumper. That's what I'm saying. He's probably some sort of MAGA Republican that has a lot of money is handling all that, I would assume, if it's getting taken care of. I mean, who?
I have no idea.
What do you think why would the FBI pay his lawyer fees?
I don't think it's the FBI. I don't know who it is. For all I know, it's Trump paying his lawyers.
Really? So one of the January 6th treacherous, treasonous people is having his attorney's fee paid by an anonymous person. And you're saying it's up to over $500,000 right now.
Yeah. That's
insane. You think he's just saying that? You think he's just blustering to try to like make himself look like he's some sort of, freedom fighter?
My buddy talks to his brother on the phone once every 3 days.
Man, that's weird. Oh, speaking of the phones, I never turned the phones on today. Shit. Wow, that's a crazy story. I wonder.
Oh, dude, we were all interviewed afterwards. Like after they caught him and everything like that, the FBI came to my buddy David's house
Really, why were you interviewed?
because I was over there a bunch of times when he was there as well.
Really? What did
Yeah,
you have
we
to
were
tell
all
them?
there. Yeah, dude, he just asked if you knew anything about it because he had been involved in some other Proud Boy things. He was like the third general, third lieutenant from the
Mm.
top. He was a real big up there in the Proud Boys, and he had done some other stuff at what the hell was that city that they made in Washington State or Seattle there,
Oh, that
that
zone.
free state.
I don't remember what they called it, but I know what you're talking
But
about.
he got caught up in some stuff over there too.
This guy that's now locked up.
Yeah,
How did he afford to get around the country and everything?
he was way up in the Proud Boys. They're a highly funded group.
Yeah, it sounds like that might be maybe who's paying his bills maybe at this point. That makes more sense.
It could
Um,
be.
Tom is
I
claiming there
just
were
thought it was. I thought it was a wild story. I hadn't shared that before.
no, it is a wild story, absolutely. And Tom is saying there were hundreds of confidential informants at on January 6th at the Capitol. Now, according to Christopher Wray, the FBI director who was getting grilled today, and I would say I watched most of that today. I get kind of caught up in that stuff, and they were grilling him pretty hard. Jim Jordan is such a dick, by the way. That guy is such a fucking asshole. I understand what he was going for, but Jesus Christ, the guy answered your fucking question. Move the fuck on. God, he reminds me of some other dork who can't accept an answer to a question. But you've got one. I think the phones are working. 844-HIT-DUM, 844-448-3862. Now, I'm not going to sit here and claim to be some kind of expert on any of this, but I'm
No,
telling
I'm
you
far
right.
from it. I read all
I'm
kinds
just
of Reddit forums and Twitter posts.
yeah.
I'm about as uninformed as you can be.
The phones are working, but no, I mean, what I do know is that I just don't believe that. CYX says, here's an example of what happens to your brain when you do too many drugs, Mikey. Um,
Swiss cheese, man. Swiss
Mike
cheese up top.
Scrooge says, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but January 6th wasn't people trying to overthrow the government. That's literally exactly what they were trying
Thank you,
to do.
Scrooge.
What were they trying to do?
Huh?
What were they trying to do, though? No, honestly, I'm asking.
They're not
If they
trying to
weren't-
overthrow the government. Did you really think they're trying to overthrow the government? They're sending a message.
They were talking about hanging Mike Pence.
Sending a message.
Yeah, that you don't believe in
You
the
don't think
election.
you don't think there's people that are instigators there? All these other
What do you-
things where the FBI has instigators on there
I don't understand what the
that help
FBI.
incite stuff like this.
What would the FBI have to gain by doing this? What is the big conspiracy here that I don't understand?
There's stuff involved like that for all riots and everything like that. There was
No, I know,
they
but you have
bust
to.
in-
If you believe that there was a conspiracy that day, that there's some sort of FBI conspiracy, what is the conspiracy? Why did the FBI get involved? Somebody help me, because I don't understand what it would be, and it seems like Mikey's just
anything and everything to make Trump look horrible. Anything and everything to drum up charges and get him out as popular opinion.
So that was you're
as
saying that was
popular
their.
as he was.
Oh wait, so this is a false flag operation created by the
I
FBI
think part
to
of
make.
it. I don't think the whole
What?
thing was. I don't think the whole thing was, but there's definitely funny shit there. It makes my guts think funny. And I listen to my gut.
I guess I'm just
I don't believe
a naive dipshit that just saw a bunch of people breaking windows and going on one of our most hallowed grounds as a country and breaking the windows and trying to get in and terrorizing the people who were working in there. I guess that to me just I was like, and I'm certainly not a conformist, but I'm definitely not an anarchist by any means. So I guess maybe I have become a conformist if I just watch something happening and believe what my eyes are showing me. Or maybe I'm just not as informed as the rest of you guys. I don't know. That was very odd to me that I don't know how anybody now see this would be the only way to justify this or make this seem any kind of normal in the realm of the MAGA world, right? I mean, you have to spin this
also,
to
like,
where
you still have this sense of nationality to you. Like, you talk about DC like it's hollowed ground and we're the leader of the free world. Like,
well, no,
I don't
mean,
have
we,
that anymore.
We got a
I
lot
think
of
we're a
fucking
joke of a country.
We got a lot of problems here in our country, certainly, but that doesn't
Yeah, I think
take
we're just
away.
a laughing stock from the top to bottom, and it's played out in the news over the past decade.
But I don't think. But that doesn't. Why give up on the country then? Why not try to vote in the people you think that are going to be? Oh, that's right, because you thought you did vote him in, and then they
We
lied
did
about
vote
the
him in.
election results. They
They did.
lied about the election results. That's right. I see. All right.
Not the first time. Not the first time they've stuffed ballots. I don't think JFK got elected the first time around.
Yeah, that's actually a legit story. That actually
Yeah.
is pretty crazy. That story
Oh
with
yeah. So the
the
government
mafia and
is
everything.
yeah. The
Well,
government
hey,
is
you know what?
untouchable to outside sources.
Maybe things have maybe you know what? With all this crazy stuff with Hunter and his dad, maybe where there's smoke, there's fire.
Did you see that video of that guy that worked for BlackRock?
Which one? Which video? No.
There was a video. This girl goes out on a date with this guy she met on Twitter. The guy works for BlackRock, which is like a hedge fund.
Mhm.
And at this first date, this man literally goes on a 5-minute rant about how it doesn't matter who's in office. All that matters who controls his wallet. How cheap it is to buy a senator. For 10 grand, you can buy a senator. How many people he was running. Like the guy's been disappeared since then. Well, not disappeared, but let go from BlackRock and
Ah.
everything like that. But it was one of the wildest videos in the world to see this dude bragging about all the people that they've bought and paid for and how easy it is. And that's all hedge
Well,
funds.
anybody can
And
say that. I mean, there's no if unless he like shows some sort of transaction record. Anybody can say that they did that. Like I could say right now, yeah, I bought a senator for $50. It was easy. I mean, you know what
you
I'm
can
saying?
you can watch somebody when they're bragging about something they really do and they're bullshitting.
All right, fair enough. All right, let me check. I got a phone call here. We'll try to grab this here real quick, and then I think we're probably due for a Brzake in a sec. I know we're getting intense, so we got to lavender up here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hi,
I'm politicked out.
hi. You're on another dumb show. Who's this?
Is it you?
It's you. What's up? 296.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Who is this?
Hey, Dom, I'm actually a really big fan. This is Jason.
Jason. What's up, my man? How are
I
you?
was actually calling. You guys were talking about Trump and like people who are what do you call like election deniers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually had a story I thought you would find pretty funny.
Mhm.
So I don't really pay attention to politics. I don't care one way or the other. I wake my ass up and I go to work every day. That's all that really matters to me. But my boss is a big time Trumper, and so big time denies the vaccine, denies the election, all that stuff. I kind of just started playing into it, and most of my coworkers didn't. And it actually ended up getting me a raise at work.
Wow. Nice.
So it's kind of weird. Like, yeah. So people like, if you just agree, people are willing to pay you more if you
That's
just
great.
have the same opinion as them.
Just play the game at work and then
I
go
think
home
it's
and
kinda-
laugh at them. That's crazy, man.
Right. I tell my mom about it all the time, and she actually laughs at some of the stuff this guy says to me. It's kind of
What's
wacky.
the what's the
kind of like
wackiest?
talking to a conspiracy theorist.
What's the wackiest conspiracy he has?
That the vaccine will not only cause blood clots, but is also one of the bigger factors for why all these athletes have been dropping dead recently,
Proven.
or like
Yep.
falling on the field and
Agreed,
stuff. Like
agreed.
that Denier Hamilton guy, the guy that got hit in
Yep.
his chest. He says that was because of the shot.
Really?
100%.
You agree with this, Mikey?
To me, that's kind of
100%.
wacky because it's like everybody knows. Like I even grew up with kids when I was in school that would have problems like that. They get hit in a certain way and they just drop. Some people just have heart problems. It's actually more normal than people realize.
Well, I just thought it was whatever they said it was. He got hit in the chest in between heartbeats, just right. It's this rare thing that can happen
Right.
if you take a shot to the chest in between heartbeats. It seemed like it makes sense. Our body's got an electrical rhythm. If you disrupt that rhythm,
Right.
it's gonna lay him out. It just seemed like it made sense to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely.
One
It made
in over
100
million.
sense.
But why now? So who are the other athletes, Mikey, that are dropping like flies?
Oh, there's been
See,
all
now
kinds
this
of
is the
stories
funny
about,
part is he can only name Denier Hamlin.
No, there's been a couple fighters and stuff like that. I can't think of names. I just know for a fact. I was a huge vaccine denier. COVID was a cold.
So you didn't take the vaccine or anything?
Fuck no. I've had COVID 3 times.
Really? I know. Well, it's not supposed to stop COVID. It just keeps you from dying.
It's a
usually.
cold. I know.
Yeah,
But it's a cold. You have a fever for a day. You cough for a few days. You're fine to go.
Oh, bro.
Hey, I do have one
that
question
shit
about
murdered
COVID,
me.
though.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the difference? Do you guys remember when they called it H1N1, the swine flu?
Yes,
Isn't
I
it
do.
kind of the
Yeah.
same as that? Like, we didn't lock everything down for that. I mean, I'm not a vaccine denier. I got the vaccine. I'm fine. But I did find it kind of odd that everything got shut down for this one. But, I mean, H1N1, there was SARS when I was younger.
I don't think
They all
H1N1
kind of sound the same
was.
to me.
I don't think H1N1 was airborne. That was all.
No, you're right. It wasn't airborne. But, I mean, they
touch.
said, even in the beginning, they said it affects elderly and younger, like baby young generation.
Yeah, but we're talking
Everybody
a
else
whole,
should be fine.
it's a whole different ball game once it becomes airborne. You know what I mean? Versus just on touch, because it only
I'll
lasts
take your
so
word for it,
long.
because I'll be honest, I know nothing when it comes to viruses.
I only know that from watching the movie Outbreak, man. Come on. I'm not a virologist. I saw Outbreak. I used to watch that movie on HBO all the fucking time, man. You kidding me? Dustin Hoffman,
Right on.
Rene Russo, classic. No, Jason, thanks for calling. I appreciate it, dude.
No problem, man. Thank you.
You got it, bro. Hey, nothing makes me happier than when you guys call in about stuff that we're talking about. True story. So big props to Jason there. I appreciate that. All right, so I think
could
what
definitely
we'll do.
see him getting a raise because of that. I got a few of those raises because the owner of my small company was for sure a conservative.
Yeah, I don't think I could play that game. I would just avoid any of that kind of conversation. Which would be obvious that I disagree with them, but I would I would go out of my way to only talk, which the rule at work is supposed to be you only talk about like sports, like the things you don't talk about are sex, religion, and politics. You should stay away from those at work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so this kind of stuff doesn't happen where the people who you have political things in common politically or ideals or whatever politically get raises, while some guy who thinks that you're a nutcase because you believe in 9/11 doesn't get a raise. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why that kind of conversation shouldn't really happen at work. Really, I
didn't like that. I didn't like that he played the game and stuff like that, because I wouldn't play the game and pretend to be a liberal to get a raise. I couldn't do it.
Well, why not? You just
Like,
can't
act more
sacrifice.
woke in the
You can't
workplace and shit like
sacrifice.
that.
You can't.
No, I'm a loyalist. I'm not. I've got some morals.
All right, good for you. Hey, if you're going to stand by your ideals, as crazy as they are, no, I'm kidding.
They are, bro.
God
they
bless
are.
you.
And that comment in the chat was right. I've done enough ecstasy in life. Everyone's seen what your brain looks like after that much E. It's Swiss cheese, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
And the year of 2016, I collectively did the most Molly of my entire life in that year, and it just so happened to be the year that Trump was elected. So if there's like some type of correlation with Trump being imprinted on me when I was high on Molly, then yeah, I've probably been brainwashed. But it's cool. It was the best year of my life.
I love your honesty. I love you. Just don't give. This is what I believe. I could believe it because I was completely fucked up on Molly, but hey, you know what? It's where my brain's at right now. Life's going good for me. Got a hot chick. Great life. Got a new place. Just got a raise. Fuck all y'all if you don't like it. So, okay. I actually can't.
This is who
I guess,
the fuck I am.
I guess
I just
can't.
own it. I wear it on my sleeve, and it is what it is. There ain't nothing there's not a single thing a human being can say to me or do to me that I don't torture myself with already. So.
That's funny. Tom is on one tonight. He's really nailing it. Some good factoids here. Jerry Springer and Betty White dying. That's definitely vaccine related, not the fact that they were both 8,000 years old or anything like that. But no, that's funny. All right. So that was intense. Wow. We actually got you guys to stop talking about what your favorite color is and what your favorite candy bars are in the chat for once. So I'm glad we finally touched on the subject.
We grabbed their attention.
Yeah, apparently we found something these guys are interested in.
Yeah, my psychotic conspiracy fucking theories.